What's up, everyone? Just Neglect Gear here, and kind of just want to tell you guys I'm sorry that I haven't posted a video in the last week. I've been kind of busy with schoolwork, and on Saturday of this past week, I played in an Edison tournament at my locals, and that was a very interesting experience. The deck in front of you is the deck I played. It is Gadget Machina Ancient Gear. This deck is a lot different from the one that I played. I played a lot more Ancient Gears in the other build that I was played. But this is more of a streamlined build of the deck. Just kind of running all three gadgets, the gear frames, Machina, Ancient Gear, and stuff like that. But it was very interesting playing in an older format tournament because I have never played Edison before. So I was didn't really know the format too much, so I kind of built this deck because I really want to play Ancient Gear. Since I do have an Ancient Gear deck that I don't really play anymore, so I do play it, I just don't play it very often. Since I don't play physical Yu-Gi-Oh much, and since everybody else playing Edison, I just had to build an Edison deck by building Ancient Gear gadgets. Because I figured that it would be pretty interesting to play that. I did play in a 3-round tournament with I think it was like 9 of us, like 8 or 9 of us. I basically lost all 3 rounds, but I could have went 2-1 because 2 of my round 1 and my round 3 both went to game 3, and I nearly won all 3 of my game 3s. I just didn't have the monster removal that everybody else had since I didn't really know the format too well. So I couldn't really close up the game. In round 1, I placed off against Corey playing zombies. Game 1, he beat me because he set up Zombie World and just blew me out the water. Game 2, I basically just did Gadget Beatdown and just beat him down with gadgets before they set anything up. And since I'm always recording monsters, Turn to Tribute doesn't really affect me too much since I can Turn to Tribute my gadgets. Turn to Tribute my gadgets, activate Pot of Avarice, flip Ultimate Offering, and just go down, just paying life points and just go down, basically beating down with gadgets. And then also on top of that with Machina Fortress, being able to keep going back to the field every single turn without fail by pitching either 2 gadgets, another copy of itself, or by pitching the Ancient Gear Golem or the Ancient Gear Dragon. Basically he's just keep up, and I just basically beat him down with that. Game 3, I barely lost because he did end up getting to Zombie World and going off to the races from there. Then he ended up taking on my dragon, I believe, and basically killing me with it, which sucked. That was pretty bad. Round 2 was against the Owner Will. I don't remember what deck he played off the top of my head. But I think it was he's this one with dark monsters, and I think he summoned Dad, I think, at one point. But I could be wrong about that. But he playing some really weird dark deck where he kept dumping doesn't hear militias. And he's that deck I couldn't keep up with, so he just out-tempoed me. And I got too old. I got out-tempoed, by a lot. Round 3 was against Johnny. He was playing Black Wings. Game 1, I did win game 1. Despite the guy just being able to keep recurring back to the field. And him kept targeting my Ancient Gear Fortress, and I kept being able to discard a card from his hand, which is super cool. Game 2, I lost due to him his extra decks being superior than mine. So I don't have Slidell Dragon, Ancient Gear Ultimate Golem, and Cyber End Dragon. And my extra deck, so I didn't have too many extra deck options. And I just got up-tempoed and just beat down with that deck. Game 3 was a slugfest with us because it took 20 minutes. Because I was at 400 life points for the longest time period ever. Because I kept, and then he was at 1100 life points. And neither one of us could find a way to end the game. I Mirror Forced him once. I bombed his trap hole to one of his monsters. I turned to Tribute once. I activated Magic Cylinder, and I also used Limit Removal and destroyed one of his monstering type to my gadgets. And through all of that, it was just a very long game 3. I lost due to me trying to push for game by attributing two of my gadgets to summon two of my gadgets to summon 18-year golem. Cause I figured if I can attack into hit defense position monster that I can probably game him. But what happened? But the moment I summoned golem, he bombless trapped hold my golem. And when I went to he bombless trapped hold golem, and then he also bombless one of my Machina fortresses early in the game. And I couldn't get it when I drew into another one. I couldn't summon it because the one I was in my graveyard was banished, so I couldn't get it back to field. And he's kept like this out tempoing me, and I was just running out of monsters, and I couldn't find ultimate offering. Even if I did find it, I couldn't pay life points to get an extra normal summon. So I ended up losing due to that. I just got kind of, if I had to wait to destroy my own Gear Town, I probably would have been able to win the game a lot easier, since I would have just been able to destroy Gear Town, get back my dragon, because he did end up heavy storing one of my Gear Towns, so they would get dragon. But I stupidly summoned it in defense position, forgetting he had Goyo Guardian on field. And if I simply summoned it in attack position, but to where he couldn't take my my dragon, I would have been able to get over his Goyo Guardian and going for game with the gadgets. So that's kind of my fault. I screwed up on that a lot. But the deck is a lot more streamlined. I'm running 3. Basically, it's not a deck problem. Kind of just showing you guys what I ran so far. I'm still working on a deck still, but hopefully I can get more games with it. But that's right now. I'm running three green gadgets, 3 red, and 3 yellow, because that's the normal gadget package. They offset each other, so it's like a never-ending loop. Place with ultimate offering on the field. It's like a never-ending monster summon. Then we got the 3 Machina gear frame. Summon out search out these 3 the copies of Machina Fortress, which is really good. I have 2 dragons so far. I need to find my 3rd dragon, but I'm running 2 18-year Gadgetron dragon. I'm not really using it for tribute summon. I'm mostly using it to summon off of the Gear Town. But I have 2 so far. I have 1 for the structure deck, and I think this one, I don't know what this one's from, but I know this one's a structure deck version. So I want to find 2 more of these structure deck versions of it, so I can put it into the deck. Since I do like the ultra rare one, and the way it looks really old. Playing the 3 Machina Fortress, because it's kind of the bread and butter of the deck. It kind of helps me get to bigger body on field. Plus, I think he has really cool effects whenever he's destroyed by battle, or your opponent targets him for a card effect. So you can look at their hand, discard 1 card from their hand, which is super good. Good for hand ripping. I did ended up getting out a turn to tribute from my opponent's hands, which was pretty cool, and also a DD card, which is super awesome. Play the 1 copy of lemon removal to double my monster's attack points on defensively or offensively, depending on what I need. One space star filament to get to my Gear Town. Brain control to take one of my opponent's monsters. Fissures to destroy monsters on my opponent's off the field. I have 2 Power of Avarice. I'm running 1 in the side deck. This kind of helped me get back, shuffle back in my gadgets, so I can keep having monsters on the field to summon. 3 Gear Town to get the dragon, and top of that, if I can't find a way to destroy it, it makes dragon only a 1 tribute monster, which is super good. The 1 Machina armored unit just helped me get back my other machines and kind of keep the gadget train going if monsters survive battle. Also, this card is really funny because apparently if your opponent steals one of your gadgets or one of your big machines, if you destroy it, it gets sent to your graveyard and still triggers this card, since it only requires a machine monster to be destroyed and sent to your graveyard. Which was super funny because somebody did end up stealing one of my bigger gadgets, and I was able to summon off another smaller gadget to defend off their second attack, which was super good. And they were so confused about that interaction, since I have never had somebody steal a machine top monster from me before when this card's active, which is super funny that this card works that way. Got the 1 Solidarity to help boost my monsters up if I have all machines in my graveyard, which is super good. It has them all hit attack points if I have all the same type in my graveyard, which is the entire deck of all machines. So it's always good for that. Got the one terraforming to get to get the Gear Town. Heavy Storm to destroy Gear Town and any look like two missiles. Got play two missiles stuff on in here. But Heavy Storm and Giant Shroonade basically both serve the same purpose. Heavy Storm just clear spawn drop cards and destroy my own Gear Town. While Giant Shroonade basically just resets the get rid of all my opponent's spells and try to select the hand. That way I don't have to worry about Bottomless or turn to Tribute, which is super good. Since those two are my biggest threats. Just Trap Death Shoot, basically just to help rip one of my opponent's cards out their hand, which is super good. Call the Hunted, just to bring back one of the bigger monsters or a gadget if I need to. This is a really good card. Dark Bribe to negate a spell trap. But even though they get a free draw out of it, negation is always key in this deck, since I don't want to really get Mirror Force because I would kind of suck, but it does help come up for like situations when I play against Black Wings and activate what is it, Black World one? I think it's the continuous spell card they have, so that's good for that. Compose for the extra deck monsters, this kind of bumps back to the extra deck, just super good and helps me keep the advantage going. 2 copies of Ultimate Offering for extra normal summons, and with this deck, it gets really out of hand all the gadget monsters. So always having extra normal summon during my opponent's battle phase or during my main phase is always super good. Mirror Force for clearing their if they attack and I try to go for game or something, I can Mirror Force them to help keep monsters alive. Doing the tribute to good monsters, and I can also trigger this with my own gadgets since I don't really care if my gadgets die or not. It's super funny. Magic Summoner because I thought it would be a really funny card to put in here. 2 copies of Bottomless to get rid of problematic monsters. And the one on Starlight Road to help protect my monsters if they really get destroyed or whatever. Even though this card instead of Dragon do conflict with Solidarity, I don't have to special summon this Dragon from extra deck if I don't want to. So even if I just use it as a negation piece, I don't have to summon the Stardust Dragon out of my extra deck, which is super good. But if I do, it kind of does mess up with Solidarity. But yeah, that's the deck. It was a lot different. I was playing a lot more 18 Gears. I wasn't playing as many spells and trap cards in the deck. And kind of just going like gadget beatdown. But for some reason, I'm always able to get to the Ultimate Offerings, which is super cool. Since this deck kind of does lose the Ultimate Offering. The one card extra I'm playing currently is the 1 copy Stardust Dragon. I do also have a Gordio Guardian I need to put in here as well. We don't really run tuners in the deck since the only tuners that we can run really they kind of counteract Solidarity, and I have brain control, so I can steal one of my opponent's tuner monsters if I need to, or I can steal one of my opponent's tuner monsters and just use them to tune up for something I need. It's super good. I do want to play Gordio Guardian in this deck though, to be honest. But yeah, I do plan on doing more Edison videos. Hopefully. I know they're not doing one this weekend, but I think next week there might be another tournament, but I'll try to record it if I can. So you guys come see my matches and kind of just tell me what you think of it. But that's all I got. So until next time. Oh, before I forget, I did buy 2 other cards. I almost forgot. I did pick up 2 cards that I'm very happy about. I've been picking these up for a while. I'm still paying them off though. But I did pick up 2 really cool cards. The first one is Power Tool Dragon Ultimate Rare from Raging Battle. This card is so nice looking. I think I got this from my card shop. I'm still paying them off though, since I got this, another card, and then a bunch of manga for like $240. But I'm paying it off for like a few months though. But I figured that'd be really cool to pay off a Ultimate Rare Power Tool Dragon for the collection. And to go along with the Ultimate Rare Power Tool Dragon, we got a Ghost Rare Power Tool Dragon. If you didn't know, Power Tool Dragon, Slidell Dragon, and Junk Warrior are like my favorite synchro monsters of all time, since I do like 5Ds. That looks so sick. But so of course I had to pick up these cards because they look so cool. Especially Power Tool Dragon. Power Tool Dragon is like so awesome. It's a machine dragon, which is super cool. I've always liked all the Sinnoh dragons, that is like the coolest one. This card is so clean. Oh, I just completely threw it by accident. Oops. So yeah, these are going to my collection. I will be getting them graded at some point. To kind of just keep them up with my Slidell Dragon. But yeah, they will get graded as well, so that's pretty cool. So I figured that would be a pretty cool pickup. I also did buy a playmat for the lyrical set for Card for Vanguard. For the pre-release, I did buy the playmat for $15. Since no one really showed up for the pre-release, I did buy it, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, look, forgot. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Edison decks or what cards you picked up recently. They're really cool. And until next time, this is Jaxx Finn signing off.